Maintaining and preserving your home. Pretty important in today's market. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Sharon Rosa, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe at the bottom of the page. In this week's video, I want to talk about maintaining and or preserving your home. When you buy a home, it is a huge investment. And whether you're getting ready to put your house on the market or you are living in your home but knowing you're someday going to sell it, you want to maintain it, whatever your situation is. But if you're getting close to putting it on the market, you might look around and think, wow, this is overwhelming. There's a lot that needs to be done. So there are a few easier, cheaper things you can do to maintain your home or to make sure it stays showroom ready, if you will, if you're getting close to listing it, that will not be super expensive and are pretty easy to do. And you can do with stuff lying around your house. So a couple of quick fixes. Let's say you have your house on the market and you're going to have an open house, or you know somebody's coming through the house and somebody spills something on a carpet. Let's say red wine. I mean, who doesn't love a good cab, right? So you have a light carpet and you panic. You don't want that stain on your carpet if somebody's coming through to look at your house. So a real quick fix for that is if you have white vinegar and then club soda or like a liquid soap, mix the club soda or liquid soap with the vinegar, dab it on that spot, and it pulls out that red stain. So that's something to try if you get a stain on the carpet. Another quick fix is if you notice that one of your drains is draining slow. And a quick fix for that is to take a half a cup of salt and a quart of really hot water, mix it together and pour it down that drain, and it should open that drain up. And a third quick fix is if you notice that you have some squeaky floorboards. Now, you know, maybe you knew it and it just never bothered you, but now people are going to be coming through your house and you don't want them to squeak. If you have talcum powder, sprinkle it over those boards, push the talcum powder into the crevices between those slats, and then wipe off the stuff that's still sitting on the top, and that should alleviate some of that squeaking. A couple of the bigger items that you might want to address. Everyone always wants to paint, right, when you are going to sell your house, and sometimes you decide that maybe your cabinets should be painted. You don't want to get all new cabinets, but if you paint them, they'll look great, or if you paint a door, you know, it'll look much better. And I do the painting in the household because my husband doesn't have the patience for it. So if I'm painting something, generally I have to trim it out. But a quick way to not have to worry about that as much is if you have foil, just put foil over those hinges or doorknobs or pulls and go ahead and paint, and then take that foil off and it will have preserved, because that foil will mold to that doorknob or to that hinge. And that's a quick way to do that and not have to worry about all that trimming. Another quick fix for something that you have now, if you have mold in your house and it's a basement issue and it's a big mold issue, obviously you have to get somebody to come in that does mold remediation and take care of that, or at least price it out. If you don't want to take care of it, you know, consider that when you're pricing home, or price it out and at least offer an option of what it might cost to fix that. But if you look in your bathroom and you see you have a little bit of mold in the grout, in your, you know, between your tiles, a quick way to fix that is if you have hydrogen peroxide, 3% hydrogen peroxide, which is what is usually in the store. Take that, spray it on the spot and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then scrub that spot and wipe it off, and that will safely kill that mold and get rid of it. And then you don't have to worry about that. And of course, you're going to want to do that even if nobody's coming through your house, because you don't want that mold sitting there. The last two fixes, one, if you have squeaky doors, the way to fix that is to look at the hinges, right? So most people know about WD-40. Spray that on. I would have a rag there so it doesn't run down the door and drip on your floor or whatever. Spray the WD-40 on. That might take care of it. But if it doesn't take care of it, another fix is to get what's called 3-in-1, which is a lubricant, and take the pins halfway out of the hinge, not the full way. We don't want to take the door off because that's a big job, but pull that one pin up at a time and squeeze or spray, some of that 3-in-1 onto that hinge. Let it soak in a little bit, have that rag there, push the pin back down, do the other two, and then move that door back and forth to kind of get that lubrication through those joints, and that should fix that squeaking. The last big fix that I think is a pretty substantial one is regarding your windows. Windows are a big expense in a house. And if a buyer is coming through and you have windows that don't work or that they're very old, that is going to be something the buyer is going to think about because they're looking at that becoming their expense. So whether you're looking to put your house on the market now or you're going to in a year or two, check those windows. And if they're older especially and you're having trouble with them, try getting a liquid silicone spray. Put it on a rag and then run that rag all along the tracks in your windows. You can do it on metal, plastic, or wood. It doesn't hurt any of those. And that keeps them, I don't know if supple is the right word, but it keeps those tracks so pliable, I guess, so that you can move those windows up and down. And it's a good maintenance thing to do regardless of where you are in that stage of buying or selling a house. So that's a way to preserve and maintain your windows and maybe extend the life of them. That's it for this week. I'm Sharon Rosa. You can email me at sharonrosa@kw.com, or you can visit my website, thebergliving.com. My phone number's on there if you'd rather call me or send me a text. Please subscribe at the bottom of the page. But that's it. Have a great week, and I will see you here next Friday.